Hello and welcome to Coffee with Kirti. Today we have somebody very different. Actually, someone from the media industry. She has more than 10 years of experience in content marketing and in broadcast media. And it's pleasure having her because she has worked with great names like Times Network, with CNBC, and many more magazines and stuff. So I'm really excited, and help me in welcoming Punita Parekh. Punita, welcome to Coffee with Kirti. How are you doing today?
Thank you so much, Kirti. Just having fun talking to you on this platform makes me so happy.
Awesome. So, Punita, what we'll do is we'll right away get into the questions. I would like to know more about you because I was going through your bio and I found it very interesting because you have so much of media, interesting media stuff that you have done in more than 10 years of experience. So tell me about, give our audience the background, what you've been doing for the past 10 years. And we'll also talk about, your achievements and all of that. I have it all in my mind right now. So I want to ask you that. But before that, I want to know about your journey, the work that you've done so far.
Thanks so much for this question, Kirti. So I started my journey way back in 2004 with a company called CNBC TV 18,
Okay.
where I worked in a division called content marketing. Content marketing is like the art of communicating with your prospects and customers without having to sell them. That's what content marketing is.
Right.
So my role was mainly giving them content marketing solutions to various brands such as ICICI Bank, Philips, Edelweiss, across different industries and different sectors. So I worked in CNBC TV 18 for about 9 years, and then I moved on in 2013 to Times Network, again handling content marketing. Again, content marketing in the sense whenever a brand would come to Times Network, say a Kohler or a Huawei or anyone, any brand would come to us, we would look at creating a content marketing campaign, adding some tidbits of storytelling in it. So I would say that my entire journey in Times Network and CNBC TV 18 has been in the content marketing space. I would actually call it the storytelling space. And it's been a wonderful journey for me, Kirti.
Awesome. I'm sure that when you do a lot of these campaigns for different brands, you have this sometimes very interesting angles to look at for different brands. Because brands want to showcase themselves as a unique, some unique proposition is what they want to bring to the table. So tell me something, any interesting campaign that you did in your journey, and what was like exciting stuff.
So I'll give you an example, Kirti, of a content marketing campaign that I worked with Times Network at. So a brand called Kohler had come to Times Network where they wanted to look at promoting their bathrooms in the sense and calling them as bold bathrooms. So what Times Network did is Times Network came up with a solution and told Kohler, let's look at creating a campaign where we'll call them Dream in Kohler, where consumers, where customers feel that they are dreaming in their fancy bathroom. So, guess what we did, Kirti? We picked up people like you and me from different walks of life across different industries. Some were married couples, some were parents with children, and we went across, as in Kohler and Times Network went across, and kind of revamped their entire bathroom.
Oh
So
wow.
while we were revamping their entire bathroom, what happened, Kirti, is that we not only captured the moments and the behind the scenes of the customers and the consumers because they were very happy about their bathrooms being redesigned, but also on the other hand, once the entire video or rather clip which was uploaded on across social media platforms, Kohler received a great response from the customers as well, because every customer whoever saw the video, they are like, we also want to get that kind of a bathroom for our home. So Dream in Kolar became like a viral campaign where everybody and anybody was coming and asking for such requests. So in the end, what happened? The consumer was happy because he got a redesigned bathroom. Kohler was happy because he got customers, and Times Network was happy as well because we got to showcase these amazing two things on our TV platform. So all in all, it was like a win-win situation in the form of content marketing. I would call them art of storytelling. That's how we normally do most of our campaigns in terms of content marketing, Kirti, you know.
Awesome, awesome. So I think within content marketing and understanding the virality, as much as I understand from a layman's perspective, it is all about connecting with the consumer or the customer, right? So tell me about what you think, Punita. When it comes to making an ad campaign or some story viral, what are the elements that you guys look at, or you specifically when you work on a campaign? How do you make that viral stuff? Because I get a lot of people who approach me and say, how can I make this viral so that I spend less but get more out of it, right? So what do you think are the elements that are really important for making something viral?
That's a great question because every brand wants to become viral.
Right,
So, my take would be that every brand, okay, be it small or big, has the ability to tell a story.
right,
And every story can be compelling.
right,
So, if the story is compelling, it would not take a lot of effort for the company or the product to convince the customers to buy the product.
right.
So, if the story is compelling, it should not be a problem in a way to kind of convince the customers.
Hmm.
And in terms of going viral, I would say if you have the ability, if your story has the ability to be fearless, to be compelling, to have a human connect with the audience, to make the customers feel they are the heroes of the entire story, I think if these few points are taken into consideration, your story will go viral, you
Okay.
know.
Right, right, right. So, like you said, I think every story has a compelling side to it. What is your favorite campaign? What is something that has really inspired you in the years that you've seen? Wow, this brand did something unique, and it was fantastic to watch and kind of connect with the brand itself. So, you have any favorite campaign to talk about?
Yes, definitely, Kirti. As children, we have grown up seeing the Amul campaign
Mhm.
because what Amul looks at doing is they always look at customizing with the consumers, with
Right,
the customers.
right,
If a current story is happening or something is trend jacking in the current situation, be it related to politics or be it related to movies or the entertainment industry, Amul always personalizes their campaign.
right,
So that's the reason we connect. Consumers connect with Amul. When I look at an Amul hoarding, I'm like, oh my God, that's what I really connect with.
right.
So human connect, that's what Amul is famous for. And that's one of my favorite campaigns that I've always been a fan of.
Nice, nice, nice. So recently, I saw this in newspaper when Google is investing in Indian startups and all of that. So Amul had to talk something about it. And Amul came up with this nice, Sundar picture, I think is with that Amul girl. And there is something called Google Bundy, right? Like Jugal Bundy, they've done Google Bundy, right? So that was something very interesting, I thought, right? So I think
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, it's quite
So
interesting. It's very interesting because, Amul really knows how to customize with consumers and the products, and
right,
hence it's always a very human touching campaign. Every campaign, there is no campaign where I don't remember it not being a human connect, Kirti?
right, absolutely, absolutely. So going forward, Punita, I want to know about because I think when I was looking at your bio and I was looking at your LinkedIn profile also, you come across as a very very you know influencer kind of a personality, right? There's a lot of following and all of that, and I would like to know what are the milestones that your achievements in the past, and 12 years that you've been working in the media industry, what are those things that you really kind of, want to show off to people and say, this was really earned by me, and, it was fantastic to really work on that and get that.
Yes, I would love to share how I have kind of become a mini influencer on LinkedIn. Uh, Kirti, about a month ago, or rather a month and a half ago, I started my journey on LinkedIn by creating content, creating compelling content. So, in the fact, what does it mean by creating compelling content? I made sure that whatever content I create has to look at impacting people's lives.
Right.
So I kind of broke my content down, Kirti, into two parts. Okay. I would kind of post twice a week. And my content was broken down into the personal development part and the professional development part. The personal development part would be in terms of what were my failures, what were my successes, what made me weak as a child, and how I have become this fearless, zestful go-getter in life. So
Wow.
that's what my personal attributes would speak on my posts, and that would kind of motivate people and inspire students, professionals, and that's how that kind of following came. Coming to my professional post. So my professional post, rather content, would mainly focus on content marketing. I was basically educating my audience in terms of what is content marketing, Kirti, what is the art of storytelling. So how did I do that? I started with the ABCD of content marketing.
Okay.
I started educating my audience about what is content marketing from scratch. I
Right.
started giving examples, some of my own case study, as I mentioned to you about Kohler. So, like that, I gave so many simplistic examples about what it is to have a compelling content marketing case study. And if you notice, Kirti, both my personal and my professional content is very simplistic. My English that I've used is very simple, where
Right.
even like a 13-year-old student or a 13-year-old school person can read and can understand and glance in it in a second. Because what happens is on LinkedIn, especially like a person like me, we read so much content on a daily basis. So we just read a few things about a post and you kind of understand what this post talks about. So
Correct.
I kind of kept that in mind. So that the content played a great role. That was part one of my journey. Second part. Second part, what I feel, Kirti, is when I started writing content, I always kept my audience in mind before writing something. I always wanted to see what they are looking at. I always wanted to see in terms of what they want from me. And I also looked at supporting their content, be it anything, Kirti, I would always go out of my way and kind of mentor professionals, mentor students, and basically put myself in their shoes
Mm-hmm.
and kind of lifting them up. So even if a person who had got like 40 followers, a person is to approach me and like, listen, can you help me? I'm like, yeah, sure, I will help you. I will support your content. I will kind of uplift you. So I think these few kind of key traits
Right.
played a very, very important success in my LinkedIn journey,
No,
and I always believe, Kirti, that we only rise by lifting others.
yes.
So if you have a good content, if you have the power of uh, lifting others, uplifting others, that can definitely make you like a win-win campaign on LinkedIn. That's how I became like a mini influencer on LinkedIn.
So I think it's more about empathy also, right? I think that's what you've been doing. You've been making sure that you help others rise. That is, only you only get when when you give, right? Once you start giving, that's when you are in a position to receive also. And that reminds me of the awards that you have won, Punita. You have won these different awards, right? About most promising fresher by CNBC TV 18. You have also got this Undying Fire Award by CNBC 18, and also you've got this Pride of Times by Television Network by Times Network as well, right? So Pride of Times Television Network, it's called. So you've got so many honors to your hat, and you've got so many awards. How does it feel to be, in a position where you are working hard and you are creating that great content, and you're also helping others on LinkedIn, not just on LinkedIn, but on different platforms, right? What is the life of a person who's working in the media industry? How does one get started, and what is the life of that person in media industry specifically?
Thank you so much for actually appreciating those awards, because it did mean a lot to me when I got them and when I started my journey, Kirti. But I would say if a person wants to become successful in their small domain, what I worked on is I just worked on two things, honestly.
Mhm.
I worked on being honest with who I am, being honest with my work,
Correct.
being authentic with my work,
Mhm.
and being passionate.
Mhm.
And of course, being hardworking.
Okay.
These few traits I worked on, and I never dreamt or never imagined or never expected that awards would come or felicitations would come. I never aimed for all those things, Kirti. It
Okay.
just happened by my journey, by my bosses and my managers seeing my passion. They kind of got, felt that they should felicitate me. So I would say a few points in terms of being passionate, being a hustler, being a go-getter, and also sometimes this played with me very well. I always believed in saying yes to certain things. If bosses asks for requests or some work to be done, I never said a no. So that kind of played in my favor, because the bosses kind of felt that this person wants to learn, this person is curious,
Yeah.
this person wants to be where she wants to be. So these personal traits, I kind of applied them in my professional journey, and I played around with it, and that's how it happened for me, Kirti.
Mhm, mhm. And what is it about the media industry? Because somebody who's not from the media industry, what should they make out of themselves if they want to enter? Let's say somebody has done a bachelor's degree in media and stuff, and they want to enter the industry. What are your suggestions? What should they be doing? How does somebody get into CNBC 18? TV 18 or Times Network. These are not small names. These are very big names you're working with, right? How do you land a job with them, and how is that work in media specifically?
Yeah, sure. So, Kirti, I would say that obviously when I got these jobs about few years ago, the times were very different. Now, I would say the times are very, very different. And in fact, they are different in a very positive way, Kirti. You know why? Because uh, networking plays a very, very key role.
Right.
Now, I don't mean networking in the sense, Kirti, connect with somebody and say, hey, happy to connect, let's chat. No, networking for me means building relationships with a person. Like, Kirti, I am building a relationship with you right now, where I am kind of talking to you. That's why I'm building a relationship with you. I'm sharing my journey, I'm sharing my story. So, one, networking through relationship building plays a very, very key role. Second, in terms of profile optimization. Profile optimization in the sense, LinkedIn has become such a beautiful professional platform, Kirti, that you can actually talk about your professional journey in a very authentic and a very credible way. You have a good profile with the right set of skills, with the right set of keywords on your profile. So that would be the second thing which I think the next generation should look at focusing on. Third is upskilling. Now, since there are so many courses, as you see online, if you kind of upskill yourself with certain skills you want to kind of get into, that would also kind of play a key role. So I would say
Absolutely.
that these three few things would play a key role to be able to get into your dream job.
Right, 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 right. So, few of the things that kind of are happening right now, Punita, is one is definitely the pandemic is happening, and a lot of people. Let's just talk about the job market right now, right? It's very difficult now. You told about optimizing the LinkedIn profile and all of that. So in these days, when in the tough times, how does one land a job? What is your suggestion? How should
Yeah,
one
yeah,
start?
it's a great question.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a great question. Landing a job in this scenario, yes, I do agree. Kirti, it is difficult. But as I mentioned in my earlier answer, that networking, CV building, profile optimization, and upskilling yourself with the current courses that are going on
Mhm.
can definitely look at helping you find a job, And one more thing I would like to add to this is seeking mentorship.
Okay. Okay.
If you look at seeking mentorship
Uh,
from a senior person who's been in the industry,
uh-huh.
that would also kind of help. And trust me, people are open to mentoring the younger generation, because you know what, Kirti, if you are passionate about your work,
Mhm.
why wouldn't I mentor you? I would be happy to mentor you. In fact, I mentor so many students on a daily basis. I talk to them for hours, kind of guiding them in terms of what they should do, what they should not do. And that 10-second conversation or a 10-minute conversation kind of uplifts their lives,
Abs-
Kirti. So I would say when mentorship plays a very, very key role with upskilling and your CV building and your networking through a relationship building.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So you've been working in the media industry. You're mentoring people. You're creating content for a lot of people. What is the big picture, Punita? What is your what is that you want to be in the next 5 to 10 years, or what is the impact that you want to have on this world? What is your vision for the world?
Yes. So, yes, impact. It's a great word, and that's a very powerful word, Kirti. So, see, I've always believed, in this power of humanity and helping others.
Mhm.
And I'm a very optimistic and a very positive person who believes in a very bright future. And all of us have the ability to build things together.
Right.
So, my purpose in life is now become very simple. It's become to look at inspiring people,
Mhm.
so together we can look at changing the world. Because I feel that, you know what, we've not come to this world just to be selfish and just to be with ourselves and kind of, go away. We should look at making a positive impact on the society. People should kind of remember Punita and say, oh, you know what, she helped me in my career at that time. So
Absolutely.
I don't want to say I want to become a millionaire in the next 5 years. No, what will I do with so much money? It's about creating impact in people's lives. That's what makes a difference, and that's what I'm kind of striving for. And I really thank LinkedIn, because LinkedIn is giving me this platform to kind of inspire people. So that's what my kind of journey I would want to for the next coming years.
Awesome, awesome. And talking about inspiration, who's your role model? Who do you look up to?
To be very honest, I kind of self inspire myself. I don't have a role model. I take inspiration from myself only.
So you look at yourself in the mirror and say,
I
yes,
look at myself, I talk to myself and take inspiration. That's the best thing. Why
right,
should I depend on others? Why should I look up to a person and do that? I rather focus on my abilities and kind of talk to myself and see what I'm capable of, and then kind of moving forward with it, Kirti?
awesome, awesome, awesome. So one last question, Punita. Um, what is the message that you want to give to people, whether it's an entrepreneur or whether somebody who's looking for a job, or even if it is for somebody who wants to build a really good profile on LinkedIn, right? What is one line message or maybe a message that you want to give to people?
Yes, I would say if you're an entrepreneur or an aspiring entrepreneur, I would say first kind of fall in love with your idea. Whatever the idea be, big or small, it doesn't matter. Fall in love with it. Once you fall in love with it, people will trust you and people will believe you. And secondly, as far as the entrepreneurs go, it's always good to do things by yourself. If you're an entrepreneur, don't depend and bank on anybody, you know, like learn the art of doing things by yourself.
Mhm.
And if these few things you know, I don't think so. There is nothing that can stop you from becoming an aspiring entrepreneur.
Absolutely, absolutely. So actually, I have one more last question. Because you're from the content industry, I can't let you go without asking you this question. Tell us something about storytelling, the art of storytelling. Tell us, just give your angle about the art of storytelling, because everything, even this show, is about storytelling, right? So tell me about that. This is the last question, I promise, Pulita. So
No,
tell
no, no.
tell me about, I know, what do you think, how should one tell a story? Because without telling a story, we just become inhuman, or we're not human beings if we're not telling stories, right? So tell me about that. What do you think of art of storytelling?
I would I would just say it in like two simple lines. The art of storytelling mainly for me is having a human connect. अगर तुमने दिल को छुआ किसी को, if you kind of touch a human's emotions and
Correct.
you kind of make them feel special and make the customer feel special, I think that's the only way to have a winning storytelling campaign.
Awesome, awesome. I think it's about the human connection, right? That's I think in two words you summed up the whole storytelling stuff. So thank you so much, Punita. I really appreciate you coming to our show, to my show, Coffee with Kirti, and I've enjoyed this conversation. And I'm very sure that people who are going to watch this episode are going to be, taking a lot of good points from here, and maybe using those things that you mentioned about, optimizing LinkedIn profile and all of that. And I think it's a good, useful content. So thank you very much for coming on Coffee with Kirti. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, Kirti.
Thank you, Punita. Thanks a lot. Take care. Bye bye.